Very chippy person when I was younger. I was raised, my parents were together, and then in 6th grade my parents went through divorce and my dad went to jail. And like at that moment I shut everyone out. I blocked people, I ignored people, I resented anyone that wanted to be close to me. And I was like that until freshman year. And freshman year was really bad for me because I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, I was doing the wrong things. And then when Coach Clark got here, I got in some trouble. Told me, it was like, Casey, you cannot do these things. If you do these things, it will set you down a road that you do not want to go down, and you will not be successful. And I kind of understood what he meant to me when he said those things. And as sophomore year progressed, I did better. And as our virtues continued, I really listened to them. And I really understood what they meant. And they helped me play better. They helped me train better. In the off season, I really bought in during the off season for my sophomore year. We had a different virtue, whether it be discipline, self-respect, respect in general, tenacity, what it means to be tenacious and stuff like that. It's just different virtues for each game to help us prepare for those games. And we keep them in a book, or we had kept them in a book where we broke down virtue of the week and stuff, and then we go through our entire game plan. And our game plan will be based off of that word. For like this week, it's we play Pulaski County for the regional championship, and it's diligence. A team bonding camp. And it wasn't like a typical camp that you go to as a football team. Typically when you go to a football camp, it's like 4 practices a day, film constantly. But this one was more of an emotional thing, where we had known each other physically, and we had known what each person was capable, but we didn't have an emotional bond that I felt like a lot of people had. So at that camp, each one of our coaches was set up with different people. It was like platoons. So like we all had platoons. There was a platoon leader, then there was a coach that was over top of all of that. And in that camp, we opened up. Like all of us opened up and we talked about our lives. We talked about what angered us, why we're the person we are now, and stuff like that. And I didn't realize how many people had gone through what I went through with the whole divorce thing. And then I hadn't realized that my coaches had also gone through stuff like that. That was just as traumatic, if not more. And seeing that, it sparked something in my mind even more than I thought that was possible. I began listening to my coaches. I began taking the coaching. I started helping people more. Where I am now as a person, I'm completely different. In middle school, I was a troublemaker. I caused problems. I had no self-respect, no self-discipline. I didn't care about other people. And now, I don't say this in an arrogant way, but I've changed to become a leader. I've been able to help my community out more. I'm in a more respectful place with my mother and my father. I put in all this work, and it's helped show progress. Progress not just in myself, but in the team as a whole. Because I was one of the worst kids on the team when it came to self-discipline and respect. And I was changed because of these virtues, this process that we went to becoming a captain of the team, being a role model to kids that are the underclassmen who need that good example. Because without that good example at a younger age, you don't develop properly. And that's my opinion, because that's how I was. It took me until my junior year to realize that if I don't change, nothing will happen. It'll be stagnant. Everything will be the same from here on out. And I didn't want to be like that. And because of those changes, I'm now being recruited by West Point, which is like the United States Military Academy. It's a huge honor, not only for football, but being able to serve my country in that way. The amount of respect I will earn, and that I will be given to people is beyond anything that I could have imagined. And I didn't think that those things would be possible my freshman and sophomore year because of the way the program was, because of how we acted.